there, Lakewood Leopards. It's Mrs. Helwig. I am so excited because this week I get to teach you Writer's Workshop. When I was a teacher, it was one of my favorite things was teaching Writer's Workshop, and so I asked your teachers if I could take this week to do kind of like a mini unit with you guys and teach you Writer's Workshop this week too. So today what I want to start out with, we're going to be learning about personal narratives, okay? So these are tiny little seed stories from your life that you're going to stretch out and tell like a movie so that your reader can picture it like a movie in their mind. And they're even though they're a seed moment, they're moments that were important to you. So they really were meaningful in some way in your life. And so today what I'm going to teach you is how authors of personal narrative come up with ideas, okay? One way they do this is by thinking of people, places, or things in their life that are important to them and making lists of those things. Okay, so before I show you how I use that strategy to come up with ideas as a writer, I want to read to you one of my favorite personal narratives. Okay, so you can just kind of hang back and relax right now. It's going to be Read Aloud Time with Mrs. Helwig, and then I will show you what I want you to try today as a writer yourself. Okay, the story that I'm going to read you is called Shortcut, and it's by an author named Donald Cruz. Okay? In the front it says clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack. And that's the sound of a train. And your teacher may have read you this book. Okay, it says, we looked, we listened, and we decided to take the shortcut home. We should have taken the road, but it was late and it was getting dark, so we started down the track. So here you say it says, woo. We knew when the passenger trains passed, but the freight trains didn't run on schedule. They might come at any time. We should have taken the road. Woo. The track ran along a mound. Its steep slopes were covered with briars. There was water at the bottom, surely full of snakes. We laughed, we shouted, we sang, we tussled, we threw stones, we passed the cutoff that led back to the road. Woo-hoo! I hear a train! Everybody stopped. Everybody listened. We all heard the train whistle. Should we run ahead to the path home or back to the cutoff? Woo! The train whistle was much louder. Back to the cutoff! Run! Woo! The train! Get off the tracks! Woo! Woo! We jumped off the tracks onto the steep slope. We didn't think about the briars or the snakes. Clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack. From the beginning. Clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack. Clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack. It's a long train. Clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack. The train passed. We were all fine. We climbed back onto the tracks. We hurried to the cutoff and onto the road. We walked home without a word. We didn't tell Big Mama. We didn't tell Mama. We didn't tell anyone. We didn't talk about what had just happened for a very long time. And we didn't take the shortcut again. All right. So again, boys and girls, that's a story by Donald Cruz, and this is one of my favorite personal narratives. So I wanted to share that with you today. Okay, boys and girls, so the next thing I want to show you is how authors of personal narrative, when they're coming up with ideas about what to write about, they can think about people or places or things in their life, and they use those people, places, and things to help them come up with lists, okay? So that's one strategy that personal narrative writers can use to come up with ideas. Okay, so in my writer's notebook, and if you don't have your writer's notebook at home, you could just find a piece of paper, or you could make me a list on your iPad. You see, this is my writer's notebook. I've had it for a very long time, and on the outside there's a lot of things that were important to me that I probably need to add to it. but I'm going to show you how I've used this strategy. All right, boys and girls. So as you can see here, I've made a list of people in my life, places, and things that are important to me, okay? So people, there's my husband, his name is Matt, my daughter Haven, my son Hayes. This is actually my dog, so he's not a person, right? But he's an important part of my family, Milo, so I put him on there because I could definitely tell you stories about when he was a puppy or when we first got him, or now how he just eats the kids' food all the time. My mom and dad, I could tell you stories about all of those people because they're important to me. Places, I put Florida, and this says, it's hard to see, Captiva Island or Miramar Beach. Captiva Island is a place in Florida that my family, I'm going to try to move this up, likes to go a lot, and so I could tell you a lot of stories about memories we had there, or I could tell you we just went to this Miramar Beach over spring break, so I have more recent stories I could tell you from there. Lakewood, or the lake by Lakewood. Those are some special places. I could tell you lots of stories about Lakewood, like when I first became your principal this year and met many of you. The Lake of the Ozarks, we like to go Lake of the Ozarks in the summer a lot, and my husband's parents, they have a place there, and so we go visit them and swim and have fun with the cousins. My backyard, that's where I'm at right now, actually, and so this has been a great place for my family and I to just have some fun, especially lately when we can get outside. So I could tell stories about being out here, like how my little son, he's 19 months old, and he likes to climb up the steps up to the top of that tree house, which he should not do. It's not safe for him. But I could tell you lots of stories about there. Things is harder for me because there's not things that are really super important to me, but like my yoga mat, you guys know I like to do yoga, and so that's a place that whatever's going on in my life, I feel like I can come and kind of helps me feel calm and feel like myself again. So that's kind of those. And then my car, sometimes in my car when I'm driving, I get to think or listen to music, or my running shoes, it's kind of the same thing. So these are all places that kind of, they help me, the running shoes help me. I can go run and explore and get some fresh air. That helps me to kind of come to a place of calm when I need to. Okay, so I can write and make those lists, and boys and girls, that's all I'm asking you to do today. Okay, if you want to pick one of those things and write a little bit more about it, you can, but so one of the things that I picked, well, I'll tell you more about that tomorrow, but I'm going to tell you some stories about when I was on vacation last week. So boys and girls, remember, today and every day, as a writer of personal narrative, you can come up with ideas from your own life to write stories about. And one way you can do this is by thinking of people, places, or things, and writing lists of those important people, places, and things in your life that make you think of stories that then you could write and tell later. Okay? I can't wait to see your lists today of people, places, and things that you might tell me stories about later this week, and write those stories. Make it a great day.